Hey, welcome back everybody to this week's edition of 2 Minute Tuesdays. Now this week we are talking to those of you who may be experiencing some joint issues or want to help promote the health of your joint with your exercise. What things can you do with your exercise in order to make sure that one, your joints stay healthy, and two, their health actually improves with your exercise?
Now there are two specific things that we're going to be reviewing today in our demo, and that's going to be making sure you're doing full range of motion when you do your resistance training, and also doing multiple planes of motion for each joint.
Let's head to the floor to check these demos out.
The first principle was using full range of motion. Now we're going to use the example of using the hip abduction machine. So as Charlie takes his knees outwards, or hip abducts, he's going to go as far as he can without including other motions. Slowly back in. So some things to look out for is when you start compensating in other areas, that would be full range of motion with the additional motion somewhere else. When you weight train, you want to be very specific about what you're moving. So on this specific one, it's abduction of the hips. There's nothing happening at the core, nothing at the feet, nothing at the knees.
Now an example of doing an exercise for the hips in a different plane than we just did is something like a leg press, okay? A leg press has you moving forward and back versus side to side, which we did with the hip abduction. So an example of doing a leg press would be having Julie set up on this machine, and she's going to press the plate forward, and then she's slowly going to return back to the start. And she can focus on really squeezing the muscles of her hips, such as her glutes, to help control the weight and create the motion.
So next time you're in the gym and you're wanting to improve your joint function with resistance training, use these two tips. Do full range of motion and use multiple different planes of motion for each joint.
Check out an expanded version of this on our blog and tune in next week Tuesday for another 2-minute topic.